Welcome to the Camaro Show,
a podcast about all things Camaro and GM Performance News.
I'm Chris Frezza.
And I'm Jason Debler.
We're your hosts for this week's episode of the Camaro Show. Want to be part of our show? It's easy.
Just leave a message on our voicemail hotline at 586-486-3182.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And welcome back, everyone, for another episode of the Camaro Show. I'm Chris.
I'm Jason.
What's going on, dude?
Well, I'm driving.
Yeah. We've had a pretty exciting, 3-4 days?
Well, it seems like it. Yeah, I mean, if you include your flight into Nashville and all that. It's been awesome. It's been pretty cool having you here at Studio South, although we couldn't use the studio because now we're just using the car as the studio, obviously. But coming back from Camaro Fest, unbelievable event. There's so much more people than I remember being in previous ones. Not just cars, but just people. And it was really cool to see more spectators than ever. What'd you think of it?
Yeah, I loved it. It's the first time I've been back to Bowling Green since, I want to say, 2002. So things have changed. The town's grown up a little bit. We didn't go to the Corvette Museum, which was fine by me. But there's so many cars in the parking lot. We got there, was it Friday night? And there was just people milling around everywhere. They had a DJ. They had 2 bars. They had a barbecue truck. Yeah, because we stunk like smoke coming back.
That's right. It was they had a big smoker out back where they'd smoke the crap out of the meat. And then
we just happened to be standing right next to.
Yeah, while we were there, we ran into some people like Josh. I don't remember his last name off the top of my head. Josh from Louisville, and of course Kevin Morton from Michigan, and Brian Meissen from the Michigan F-Body meet and greet, and a bunch more other people too. It was pretty cool Friday night just to kind of hang out, and then the next day was the big event.
Yeah, we went up to the track. And it was hot. It was very hot. But it was a fun event. When we were up in the stands watching the drag racing, at least, there was a nice cool breeze coming through there. And man, some of those cars, I couldn't believe. I was watching, was it a 5th gen versus a 6th gen? And I was like, oh my God, that car looks bone stock. And it ran 9s?
Yeah, it was one of the faster cars there that wasn't super modified. I didn't see any, speaking of which, I didn't see any Copo Camaros there. I thought I'd see at least one, but there's not really a class for it, and they usually hang tight for LS Fest. But there were a lot of very, very fast cars, and it was really cool to see them. Some cars I've seen before, sometimes cars will stick with you, but it was just, the racing was good. It was fun. I didn't see any accidents. I didn't see any crashes or any major breakdowns while we were watching, which is always a bonus.
Right, yeah.
Vendor row was pretty cool. Saw some old friends, Fast Tech, and gosh, who else was there? MRR Wheels. And
ZL1 add-ons, ACS.
Oh, that's right, ACS. MBRP Exhaust was there. And even Jason's Garage was sponsored, but I'm the only one that was there representing that company. So
yeah, but you had some cool swag to hand out.
I did give out some swag. That was after the event. I gave out some shirts and hats and, some rare picture frames, some 5th Gen Camaro picture frames that I've been sitting on for a while. But that was back at the after party afterward. Ran into a bunch of cool people, and then it rained.
It rained. It did rain. But while we were at the event, we got a chance to talk with some Chevrolet people and do an interview. So here it is.
Hey, we are here in Bowling Green at Camaro Fest. And it is hot and sweaty, and it's awesome, though, because there's so many killer cars here, and especially at the Camaro display by Chevrolet.
We took refuge here for a little bit.
That's right.
Out of the sun.
Standing in front of a fan, and we made some new friends.
We did. Can you tell us who you are?
I'm Courtney Lindworm. I'm the Program Engineering Manager.
I'm Jillian Martin on the Marketing and Advertising team.
Nice. And we're here. We're looking out amongst a sea of Camaros that you guys brought. And we understand 2020 is going to be a pretty good year for Camaro. Can you tell us a little bit about what's coming?
So the big thing that's coming is the LT1. It's our new model this year. The best way to describe it is a 1LT base car with a V8 in it. So you get your cloth seats, your base radio, but you still get the V8 power. You can get the 10-speed transmission. And then you still get the SS hood for the cooling, But you also get 20-inch wheels with run flats on them.
Nice. So this is like what we've been calling like the Zero SS or the stripper Camaro SS.
I agree with that, except for it's not track capable.
Okay. But you got the big V8. You got the 20-inch tires. And you can get it in convertible, too. This is going to be a cruising machine.
Yes, so you can get it in a coupe or a convertible. You can get it as a manual or an automatic.
Okay. Now, can you choose between an 8-speed and 10-speed, or is it just manual or 10-speed?
Manual or 10-speed.
Okay.
So we were at the parking lot car show and party that at the Sloan Convention Center, and we just kind of were like flies on the wall around this car, listening to people's comments, coming up, taking a look at it. Of course, it's shock, so it just jumps out at you. But people were looking the car over, looking at the details, and then there were a lot of people were walking away using the word "finally" in the sentence that they would say about the car. Have you heard the same thing here at the Chevrolet display as well?
Yeah, we've actually been hearing for years now that we need a base V8, and we listened, and we're bringing it to you in 2020.
This should really fill a hole in our lineup, especially from both a performance perspective and a price point, really for those, like we've said, the entry V8 buyers.
Right. Tell us how much this is going to start at.
It's starting at $34,995.
Under Mustang.
So let's think about this for a second. We always talk about throwback, and what life was like for the Camaro community and in the industry and the hobby.
We've been around forever.
Yeah, we're older than dirt now. My first Camaro was a 1996 Camaro SS with a staggering 285 horsepower, and that sticker was just under $34,000 in December of 1995. So here we are, that many years later, and you get better performance, better technology, better safety, better reliability, testing and validation for about the same price as what I paid for that car 20 I don't even want to do math. But it's just amazing how the technology and the performance has just gone up, but the price is still staying even more so affordable than it was then.
It is. And you obviously you heard from the customers that, we have the refreshed front end now for 2020 as well. We moved the bow tie back up, the SEMA car. Mm-hmm. And we have a shock car out here. So shock is coming back for 2020.
Yes, it is.
So how you said there was like a kind of like a short run in 2019, and that's like a half a year.
Yeah, it started in January, February time frame.
So let's talk about when can people get these cars?
So production starts this month, and so by the end of the summer, they should be in showrooms. Dealers have already been putting in orders, so we're seeing the orders. We're seeing that the LT1 is a higher order than we expected. So we're excited that people want this car.
And then you'll be able to go on Chevy.com and find out more starting in September, build your own, all of that. So.
Okay, so are they going to update the app again, stuff like that, to build it? Yeah.
Absolutely, yep.
Cool.
Very cool. I think this is awesome because people can get that awesome street power and performance at a very fair and affordable price. It's people have been wanting this forever. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I thank you guys so much for. Do you have anything else you want to share with our listening audience?
Just that we've done a couple other things for 2020. We have a new color. It's the Rally Green, which I believe you guys posted last night. We're super excited about this color. It's gorgeous in the sunlight. It looks great with white. It looks great with silver. It looks great with black. So there's so many things you can do with that color.
It's a very classy color. I can't help but say that, and I don't say that often about Camaro colors. It just fits well.
I like the dark colors, so my Camaro's black, and when I saw the green, I was like, wow, that's a dark green. I dig that color. I really dig that color, especially with the black. And then when Al was driving the one with the white seats and the white stripe, oh, that one popped. That was nice. That one was real nice.
Especially if you like Michigan State.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. There we go.
I do not.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I assume that you do?
I'm. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I'm not a
So it's like,
Michigan born, so.
Oh, okay.
I can go either way.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. With the new LT1 package, We've said this for years. Chevrolet listens to the customers. They listen to what we want.
They did. I mean, just look what they have here at the show.
It's impossible to flip a switch and just make it so. There's a lot of work behind the scenes that, well, we don't want to know how the sausage is made on that. But we know there's a lot of work behind the scenes to make something like this happen. And here you have, once again, the Chevrolet team has brought us exactly what the masses said. This is what we want, and here it is. Spectacular.
I think you guys are going to sell a heck of a lot of LT1 cars this year.
We hope so.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for spending a little time with us.
Yep. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. And what we're waiting for now is the 2020, the base LT1 model to come out, because I think it's going to be a game changer.
That is going to be the gem of the Camaro, I think. I thought that the 2-liter turbo car would be. Didn't take off like I thought it would.
No.
And I think maybe people are still hanging on to the fact that an affordable and cheap Camaro needs to have V8 power. Well, guess what? Now you're getting it. So you got no excuse if you were holding out for that.
What do you think of the rally green car?
I like it a lot. It just seems like a classy color. Everything else is punch you in the face. Oh, shock. Like, shock is the opposite of that. But rally green, just a good-looking color. I could see it work better on a convertible just because it's just such a classy, subtle color. You know, just like what Al Oppenheiser did on his. Really liked it a lot, but I still couldn't help but just really like the concept of the LT1 Camaro. Yeah. My favorite by far was that ZL1 1LE in the steel color. That is...
Oh, yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And I was happy to see the green car out in the sunlight, because when we first saw it was Friday evening, and they had it inside. And you're like, man, I would like to see this car out in the sunlight. And we did. We did on Saturday.
Yeah, and it still doesn't jump out, but it does have that metallic that lifts out of it and really kind of just gives it a glow to the color. It's unbelievable. Yeah. You know, a lot of people are probably wondering right now, well, why didn't you ask about the future of the Camaro? Well, we've been around the block long enough to know that there's just some things you just don't ask them, because they're going to say the same thing that they've always said. It's not like they're going to say, well, okay, I'll just tell just you.
They have a company line, and you know what? We're there to talk about what they brought.
Right.
And they brought a bunch of cars. The LT1 cars, the convertibles, the new green cars, stuff like that. So we want to talk about what they came out to the event for.
Yeah, it'd be pointless to ask them.
I think they had a tech talk, which we missed, and I'm sure people were asking about it there, but whatever.
They're not going to tell us anyway, no matter who we are, because, well, quite honestly, it's their job. Yeah. On the line. They don't want to cross that line. Yeah. So, plus, who knows? Maybe they don't even know at this point.
Right. I don't know. I had a good time. And then we went back Saturday night for the parking lot party, and that kind of, we got interrupted by some thunderstorms.
And it was pretty much like turning on a switch. It was, we're just standing there, yeah, blah, 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 cars and Camaros and blah, 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 yak, 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 and then... And, man, everybody scattered. I never saw so many Camaros leave a parking lot in such a hurry.
Yeah, I was wondering where they were all going. I'm guessing they were going to seek cover somewhere.
I don't know. But you know what? I just casually strolled on into the convention center where the parking lot party was at, and I didn't get any wetter than anybody else that was running for their lives. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, because we were in the back, when we were leaving, at least we were... at the back of your Jeep, doling out beers.
Right. And special thanks to Charlie 11111111 for bringing us some cool beers. Haven't been able to try them yet, but can't wait to try them. So thank you so much. And
I got some in my suitcase. I'm bringing home to Michigan.
That's right. And before we forget, special thanks to Mike Lee and Joe Bella and the rest of the staff for putting on a killer event.
It was an incredible show, man. You guys got it down to a science, and I guess I'm kind of hoping it comes back to Bowling Green again. You guys seem like everything there. The hotel. I mean, when we were talking to Joe when he was leaving, he said they pretty much had the entire hotel minus, what do you say, like
15?
It was a very small amount of rooms. 15
to 20 rooms weren't for Camaro Fest.
It was small, but yeah. So basically the whole hotel, because you could tell by the parking lot, it was all Camaro.
Chris, maybe next year you could drive your Camaro down and we'll just stay in the hotel.
Maybe, I don't know.
That way we can get pissed drunk with everybody else.
Boy.
And we missed the big rev up that they do at 10 o'clock, which is just a spectacle in and of itself. But I'm sure if you look around, you can find some videos about that on the Camaro Fest Facebook page or whatnot.
Yeah. Well, we don't have any voicemails this week because, well, we're at the event. So I know people, there's some voicemails, and I know there's a couple emails too, right? Or a couple messages that people left us.
Yep, a couple messages, and so we'll promise we'll get to them in next week's episode. Just hang tight. Well, we've never missed one. We've never ignored one, so we won't ignore yours.
No. But I guess we'll get out of here. I got a plane to get on, and we'll be back at you next week.
You got it.
See ya. Thanks for listening to The Camaro Show.
Don't forget, drop us a voicemail at 586-486-3182.
We'll see you next week. See ya.